You know what it is, bro? Niggas aren't afraid of Nazis enough. I really...
Crazy Stupid Podcast.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time watching, we'd love it if you could hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell so that you are aware of when we post things.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Crazy Stupid Podcast. My name is Esther.
And I'm Adrian.
Today, we are here to talk about Gen V Season 2, Episode 7.
Penultimate.
Oh.
Yeah, there's only 8. This 8-episode thing has got to go.
It almost never feels like enough.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, maybe after next week's episode, I'll be like, sure. But right now, like, it doesn't really feel like we're almost done to me. And part of that is probably also like what you said last time, that they dropped 3 episodes at once. And so it's just felt like a shorter journey. Mm-hmm. But also just in terms of the story, this doesn't feel finished.
Yeah. I guess we can just jump right in.
These niggas are moving real dumb. They're moving very stupid. Marie, you didn't want to just stop and think for just a second. Like, just a second. Just consider the various possibilities of what you are trying to do.
Yeah.
I feel like one conversation, one brainstorming session, and we could have probably come across the possibility that Godolkin is controlling Cipher. It's like not that big of a leap. It's like you're just not thinking about anything, and now guess what? He's up again. We have taken L's this entire time.
Oh, yeah.
At no point have you guys actually been a step ahead of him, ever. And that information alone should make you slow down. Then you got your sister coming in with the vision. And again, you don't want to...
And then she was trying to gaslight everybody like, oh, she doesn't really know how to use her powers. But even still, Annabeth was like, well, I actually do know how to use them. And that's why I've been walking around with years and years of shame and regret.
Marie's logic wasn't even making sense. Annabeth never said she could predict everything that happens.
And she actually said that.
Yes, she says she doesn't control when she gets the visions, and that they just happen. But when they happen, they come true.
Yeah. You know what's also interesting? Everyone has been kind of pushing Marie to sort of isolate herself from everyone, right? You had, like, Cipher was sort of doing that throughout the season. Newman was doing that a little bit in season 1. You got some of the other characters. Even, is it Edgar? Mm-hmm. Was also doing that also. And she was always kind of pushing back. Like, I'm not this chosen one. I'm not this special person. But her actions in this episode feels like she's internalized a little bit of that.
Yeah.
This idea of like,
I'm the only one.
Yes. You know? And
like, maybe you are. Maybe you are. That doesn't mean we shouldn't have a plan.
Also, you're going down a bad trajectory where your friends want to help, and so you forcefully... Dang, she kind of pulled a Cate there, bro.
She did. And honestly, part of me is like, is this bad writing? Maybe not. But I was really honestly surprised. I don't know. It was just such a big shift. Like, I understand that the revelation of Godolkin, and maybe this is all it is. Like, I guess, like, the revelation of Godolkin being, like, a possible Hail Mary for them was like enough for her to just be like, fine, I'll just do what I have to do, get it done, like shortcut this, right? This whole situation, just like wrap it up, finish it up.
Yeah.
So maybe that really is what it is, but it was just such a big shift from where she was last episode.
I wonder if some of it is maybe the writers are thinking, well, she saw her sister die and then realized that it was Cipher, and then realized that she brought her sister back to life. Like that, maybe that was like a, I don't know, like a paradigm shift for her.
That makes sense. It's like, okay, suddenly I realize what I'm capable of, and I realize like how much people are at risk
and what he's capable of.
Right. And so
what he's willing to do, I guess.
Yeah. And so, okay, fine. I'm just so disappointed in her. Because you were just talking like literally 10 minutes ago about how you can't trust that girl, Cate. And you're right, you can't. To be suddenly willing to use her against your friends again?
You know what it is, bro? Niggas aren't afraid of Nazis enough. I feel like people treat Nazism as like this lost relic in time that has no significant impact on what's happening in our like everyday experience. Or I feel like it's becoming one of those things like slavery. It's like, yeah, we know it was bad, but there is not enough anger at the ideas and the people anymore. The idea that you think, even if Cipher and Godolkin were two separate people, what were you going to do after Cipher was gone with the fact that you brought back one of the most influential Nazis in your
They don't
world's
think
history?
he was a Nazi.
No. Polarity knows. They saw the basement.
This is what I was saying last week.
Polarity and what's her name?
They didn't ask no questions. I don't think that they really. I don't know if this is like a plot hole, low key, but like we have not seen evidence that they actually were like, what was that? Like literally, they left the room. She got big, and then they left, and they didn't talk about it again. She didn't even, to my recollection, tell her friends like, oh, guess what? I found a secret Nazi room.
Also, it's weird because I'm pretty sure she's Jewish.
Yeah, like
she made like a bar mitzvah joke earlier on in this season. Girl, what?
You see, like I just feel like they really did not. And this low key just really could be like a plot hole in the writing, but like they did not think about that, because when they brought up Godolkin, that was not brought up at all. It wasn't like a, what about? It was like, no, he wanted to control the soups. He will save us all. Like he must be good.
But someone said that, someone in our comment section was like, it's like already well-known knowledge that Volt and Godolkin had Nazi beliefs because they were close friends, and they already sort of explored that in earlier seasons, whether Gen V or
how
The Boys.
public was that knowledge? I can't remember everything that happened in The Boys, but I don't remember it becoming like a, hey world, look at this history.
I feel like I don't know. I guess the way I interpret it is like it's like public knowledge, like in history books. Like it'd be hard to not have records of them having ties to like white supremacy.
That's not coming up at all in these conversations about Godolkin, though.
I feel like this season is like it's an indictment on like a lot of white people that seem to look past the role of white supremacy in a lot of spaces, and particularly this idea that like even if they may not agree with everything or may not agree with any of it, they can survive in it. You saw the way that Cate was maneuvering throughout the last two seasons, and then she realizes with everything that's been happening so far with both Gen V and The Boys, this is not the case. And what they value in her is something that she maybe overestimated for herself. But also that I thought was very similar when, spoiler alert, when Godolkin comes back, the first person that Godolkin interacts with outside of the superhero group is a white guy that's pledging on a line that has clear white supremacist ties that Godolkin probably influenced, things that they probably idolized about him, idolize his worldview, the perception and the perspective that he has on the world. Come to find out, he also does not see any value in you either. I think what The Boys and Gen V have done, I think in my opinion, like pretty well, is that like whiteness is one of the qualifiers, but it's not the only thing that a lot of powerful people look for.
The placeholder for whiteness in this case is the powers.
Yes.
Like they believe that because they have powers that they are going to be part of like a protected class from whatever comes. But come to find out, you got to have a certain ranking of powers,
right,
like to really count. Like they can just always find more ways, y'all. The hierarchy can get more and more and more specific however they need it to.
Yes. And when Nazi Germany, it wasn't just like all white people were saved. Not people with any kind of disabilities. Nope. They weren't safe either. Queer people that were white, they weren't safe either. They're going to find more ways to create even more of hierarchies within these caste systems that are sort of created.
No, I mean the whole idea of these belief systems is you want to concentrate the power in the smallest number of people you possibly can. The more liberal you are with how many people are in that class, the less power each person individually holds.
Yeah.
I know we talk about Cate every week, but they just keep adding more.
That's your BFF at this point.
They just keep, don't play with me. They just keep adding more.
Go ahead, share your thoughts.
Because this conversation that her and Marie are having in the garage.
Yeah.
I mean, number one, and I was like, props to Marie in this moment. Now, she really backtracked on this 20 minutes later. I just like, wow, Marie. But she's having this conversation with Marie and she's like, why would I help you? You know, like literally me helping you is a danger. Like you did all these things with these powers. And, you know, Cate's making all these promises like, I won't do this, I won't do that. And I love that, like Marie points out, you're like, now that you're broken, now you want to make all these promises. And I'm just supposed to trust that once I fix you, you'll still be standing right beside me. And I feel like Cate really tells on herself here and like really this scene reminded me of so many white women in real life when she's like, I think she's trying to apologize. How sincere is she? I don't know. But she's like, I was so sure I was right. And, you know, I thought I was smarter than you guys. I thought I was stronger than you guys. And like, I really believed that I was doing the right thing. But now I see that I was wrong. And it's essentially like, now that something has happened to me, now I can understand that I was wrong. And it's just that same thing that it's like, you couldn't trust what other people were telling you about their experiences. It takes you experiencing it for yourself for you to then understand. Like you have to be forced into a position where you can empathize with what they were experiencing for you to believe that it happens. It almost reminds me of like those experiments that people do when they're like, I dressed up as a black person for a day. You know what I mean? Or like I remember Teen Vogue did this one where they were like, I wore a hijab for a day so I could see what it's like. And it's like, you can't just listen.
I wanted to trust her sincerity, like wholeheartedly. I still don't feel like she is like apologetic just enough. Like when Marie and her are talking to Polarity and Polarity's like, I mean, it makes sense that you would want to heal her. Cate kind of responds with like, yeah, like, duh, like use common sense. Like even that was like, I don't know if you're necessarily wrong, but you still are, I don't know, like this belief of like, I'm still the smartest one in the room. And then like, I still know what the right thing is.
Yes.
You know, it's like, she still hasn't fully, like the humility isn't there fully.
And I feel like this is another thing that we see with white women a lot, which is like this idea, like they can't fathom that they are not considered true allies. Like they can't fathom that they're not truly trusted. And I think this is really specific to white women because there's like this idea of like womanhood is like uniting all of us. And I've seen like so many conversations where like, you know, they're trying to have a conversation about womanhood and black women are like, okay, but also race is at play here too. And like white women cannot believe that they are not just given an automatic, like, we trust you pass just on the basis that they are women, just on the basis that they have like this one shared experience. That's exactly what I think is happening with Cate. It's like, she's like, I mess up, you know, so what, I messed up, but like, here I am, I'm showing up, I'm doing this. Like, that's not enough for you. Like, I haven't earned this level of trust yet. And it's like, well, no, because think of all of the ways that you have violated it in the past. We'll see what they do, but I don't trust her.
Do you think she gained points that she didn't use the powers? Because to me, she gained some points when Marie was pressuring her.
Yeah, no, because she didn't heal her.
She pushed back though.
She pushed back. That's
like to
true.
me, that's why I feel like maybe she might not betray them. Like I'm coming maybe around a little bit more than maybe you are, because I feel like if she was really that desperate to get her powers back for her own ends, she would have done like anything Marie asked her to do.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point.
You know what, Annabeth, that's my bad. I feel like I went maybe a little too hard on her last week. But her getting the backstory of like she knew. Now, this doesn't excuse everything that she put Marie through. But I feel that now. And I thought, again, kudos to the writers for kind of giving her a little bit more depth than just like, you killed my mom and dad, even though you were asleep and had no idea that what was going on. Like that, to me, that was kind of frustrating me. It's like, y'all, she was a child and she didn't know what was happening. I don't know I don't know if I could still be as angry. I might be somewhat, it might be jarring. I may not know if I want to have a full relationship with this sibling, but I don't know if I'd be that angry.
Yeah.
So her adding that in, I feel like.
Yeah, she needed somewhere to point the blame.
Yes.
That was not herself.
That's more compelling to me.
It is. Yeah, I definitely agree with that.
And we already talked about this earlier, but like Marie's powers, the sky is the limit now. If what they're saying is she's controlling things on like a cellular level, she is the strongest. I know they keep saying like you are one of. No, she is the strongest suit because everyone is comparing themselves to Homelander. But if she can control even the cells in Homelander, then she is literally unbeatable. She can just continue to heal herself.
That makes me scared.
She can regenerate everything.
Actually. Because that's the type of power that
villains have.
Well, villains have, but it also is like not good for long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
Because it's like a bit too much.
They don't know what to do with her.
It's kind of like, it's like in Thunderbolts, with Bob. It was
I got a rant to tell you a little bit after this. Go ahead.
Okay. But yeah, it's like with Bob and Thunderbolts. It's like as soon as they introduce him, it's like, oh, like y'all gonna have to figure something out because this doesn't work. Like he's too powerful, right? And so they had to like come up with a thing of like, okay, well, he can't use the powers without being evil, I know we maybe have not seen like fully what Godolkin / Cipher wants to do with her. Mm-hmm. But it kind of reminds me of the conversation that we were having with the season finale of Peacemaker last week, where it's like she has the power to heal people at a cellular level, and you go come out here and do mass slaughter. You know what I mean? It's like they're just even with your goal in mind of like superior beings, like even with that goal in mind, which is a terrible goal, it's not good. But even with that in mind, there has to be a better application for her. Like there has to be a better application for her, even in that world, than just heal me so I can go.
Well, he's a Nazi, so
No, I know, but I am saying even within Nazism.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm like. Again, it's just like you just can't think past death and destruction and violence enough to think like there are probably other ways that you could utilize her to further your means that are not this. It's just like, what? Like,
yeah.
Think about what she is capable of doing.
All right. Well, those are our thoughts. Let us know what you guys think about this episode, what you think about this season of Gen V so far. We've been really enjoying the conversations and the thoughts that you guys are bringing in the comment section. So, keep them coming. And with that, we will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. Peace.